11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. See, I'm not crazy. Do you see the 11, 11? I've been seeing it everywhere, everywhere. I'm not crazy. Okay. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about how I've been feeling in life in general. And so what I've noticed that keeps happening with me is like I notice that when I focus, like you have your mental, spiritual, and material needs. And I notice that when I do things where I'm overly focusing on my material needs, where I'm just gonna do these gigs to make a bunch of money and that'll solve all my problems. It's like my mental health or my spiritual health and maybe my physical body, everything gets out of whack. And I felt this a bit pursuing being a fine artist, where it was okay, so if you want to be super successful, it's get up every morning and hustle super hard and then promote yourself like crazy and then go to openings and talk about yourself all the time to people and just have your elevator pitch. And it was I any time where I tried to do that, it was it felt really forced and it felt really fake. And then maybe after openings I felt really drained. And I feel for so much of my life I've always been focusing on creating balance, because I've been noticing I have this job that I go to, and then I notice that when I work full time, my room is a mess, or my house, things in my domestic space get incredibly neglected when I work full time. And I've always been on a quest for balance, and knowing that the way that we've been told, maybe in school or through television and movies, how you're supposed to live your life, it really doesn't align with how I feel. And I watched tons of television growing up as a little girl. I watched so much TV. And I think I have a lot of programming that I'm unprogramming, because I was this is the way it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to do this and that and be like them, and supposed to have that. And I don't want to be incredibly successful if it means I'm incredibly drained, spiritually or physically or mentally. It's about balance. It's my definition of abundance is not material abundance. I've come to see my definition of abundance is, how can I have an abundance of energy that I can cook food for myself and take really good care of myself so that my cup is full, so that then I can look around me to the people around me who need help. I've been noticing the place I'm staying now, it's like I've been really focusing on the chi energy, the feng shui in the house. And I noticed, like, when I first moved here, I was like, oh, they need help with feng shui. And I've finally come to a point, like, my bedroom was really chaotic for a long time, and I've finally come to a point where I'm like, I've like pretty much taken care of everything in my bedroom, and now I'm like scanning the whole house, and I'm like, I've like watched videos about feng shui, and now I'm just like working on helping with decluttering. And I notice that every time I declutter and like burn incense and, you know, adjust the furniture a little bit for more like better chi energy flow, like I'll just be in my room after I've done this stuff, and like everybody comes home, and I feel like like when people are in the kitchen, I feel the laughter is like more high vibrational. I definitely am like seeing the effects of me being able to cultivate positive energy in my home. So this is something that I've always noticed about living in America. I don't know if it's only America, but my experience living in America, like capitalism, having jobs, you're working. Whenever you're working somewhere else to hustle, to make money, to pay the bills, the home always gets neglected. And we live in a consumerist society. The home always gets filled with clutter. People are always unhappy about their homes being filled with clutter, bad chi. They're like, let's go shopping, buy more stuff they don't need, gets piled on top of the clutter of all the stuff they don't need. And I was like this. I totally had a room filled with tons and tons of clothes, and I would go out, be a pile of clothes on my bed that I didn't fold. I'd buy more stuff because I was unhappy with my life. And I get it. And all that to say, yeah, it's if you are right now hustling at a job, struggling to pay the bills, unhappy with your life, thinking that maybe if I move, I can solve all the problems, because I've been there too. It's not your location that you have to change. It is simply your mindset. Like, so I strongly suggest you to really look at the space, your spaces, you know, your bedroom, your living room, your kitchen, and really assess, like, you know, the dream house that I want, the dream life that I want. How can I make it right here where I am? Like, I have the dream house, but I don't have the abundance mentality yet. So I'm like camped out in my dream house, but I've got a low vibrational mentality that's like making me accumulate clutter and neglect things and have bad chi. So you can just say, like, wait a second, I'm here. I've got the keys to my dream house. I've just got to start acting like I'm in my dream house. So go after this video, I recommend I'll link down below. I recommend watching videos about chi, feng shui, and having like good chi in your home energy to bring good luck. Especially because the New Year's just passed, so I think it's a good time, like 2022. Let's bring in the good luck energy. And I'll link below the videos that I watched. And I'm living in my dream house. I'm planting seeds for my dream life. And you'll be surprised because I kept having this mentality that, like, if things were cluttered and messy, that I would see the clutter and mess and think that it would take so much effort. And then I started to clean it up, and it was like 15 minutes, and it was like I just like picked up everything, and it was like, it's really that easy. And then it was like, oh, it's not the clutter that is difficult to deal with. It's the block in your head. It's the low vibrational voice that's it's difficult to deal with, or whatever excuses that makes it hard. It's all psychological. It's all psychological. And a really, really helpful thing whenever I don't feel like decluttering or cleaning or putting things in order, and I know it would be really, I should do it, I like to listen to this mantra on YouTube. I'll also link it down below. It's mantra for clearing all obstacles. And I put that on, and it's like, like I can do anything. And then I was like, 10 minutes later, it's all done. I feel good. I feel good, and I have more confidence because I did it. And I just noticed that, like, everyone else that I'm living with feels good. It's contagious. So if you are unhappy with your life and you think you need to move, you're either unhappy with the place where you're living, and the way that it is materially, the material things in your space, or if you are unhappy with the people you are living with. I think this is what I've been feeling, and I suggest you try this. You do not need to move, but rather you do not need to change your physical location, but rather you simply need to change your mindset. Just change your mindset. Think, if it's cluttered, like work on decluttering, burning incense, the positive energy. If the people you think you're around maybe you don't feel like they're like giving you like love and kindness, be the first to extend love and kindness and peace and generosity, because karma, once you extend your hand, others will. It's as simple as that. I would suggest for the people you're around, just like go pet people, like your romantic partner, just pet people. We are animals after all, and I think this is just like a nice, like what would you do? Like, I think sometimes with people, it can be very analytical, and you can go talk to somebody, you can be like, hey, I've got an idea how to make more money, and they're like, okay, cool, I don't know if that's a good idea. You can get very like, but it's like, maybe, like if you had a cat hanging out on the couch, right, you wouldn't like go and just like talk to the cat and then like leave. Like, the cat is like, you gonna pet me already? Like, yeah, let's just do that. Like, and they're just like, like, so I strongly recommend, for whoever is comfortable with you petting them, just like pet people. Just like, you can like brush people's hair. I recommend like boar's hair brush. It's a very nice gesture. And it's my belief that we evolved from monkeys. So monkeys spend a lot of time grooming each other, and it feels nice. Like, anytime my mom would like brush my hair when I was a little girl, I'd always felt so peaceful, and I loved it, and I was like, keep doing it. So I think like you can give people who live with like back massages, foot rubs, brush their hair. bake cookies, and aromatherapy, burn incense. This is my advice for realizing that you create your own reality. You literally can be living your dream life right where you are, exactly in the location that you are. It's all about shifting your mindset and shifting your habits. And I'm working on it. And I hope you guys try it. And if you try any of these things that I suggest, please leave in the comments down below if you notice any shifts in energy with the people you lived with or that you noticed in your own home. And that's all for now. See ya later.